Alright, we are back. Round 2 on the play again, which is nice. And it's pretty cool. The bad news is if my opponent goes turn 1 Mountain and Magma Spray my Glory Bound initiate before I can have Cherry's Resolve available, it's gonna, I'm not doing match, but whatever. Scavenger was a great top deck. So now, hopefully this just doesn't die or doesn't get compulsory rest. Yup. And now we can actually go for Scavenger, attack and exert, loot, and keep up Jerry's Resolve, which is lovely. Yes, please. Yeah, we don't need the third mountain. Yeah, sure. I mean, the cool thing here is that we are kind of flooding, but since we have the Scavenger, it's not gonna matter. I mean, we would need to draw a lot more lands before it would become a problem, basically. As we'll be churning, as they say. It's actually not looting, Is it churning? No, I think there's like, yeah, wizard or something just invented the right word for when you discard before you draw. If you draw before you discard, yeah, it's a loot, no question. But if you do it the other way around, is it churning or I don't remember. I've heard that. I think it was probably Marshall Sutcliffe talking about that at some point, maybe in one GP or I don't know. Now the question is, if they attack, do we Jerry's Resolve and block? And I think that yes, we do, because we are actually kind of pretty happy to untap that. And it's very a riskless play, if you will, because even if they have a trick, it's not like they can kill our initiate. It is not gonna die. I mean, it cannot take damage here. Sure, fine. Now they kind of got a 2-for-1 to some extent, but and we'll loot twice here. Since we are attacking for 4 more here, it's like really not a big problem. And also untapping that means we are looting, and if we loot we get some cards, so it's not like they really got a 2-for-1. Okay, well, pretty happy we drew all of these. Pretty happy we got the Scavenger. Would have been a little bit difficult without that here. Because when you have like, 8 land on top 13 card of your deck, clunky. So I guess looting is not gonna happen anymore, but we already put 3 lands in the graveyard, so, and got, 8 damage plus gain 8 life, so feels good, right? And Crop Champion is the perfect card to kill with Electrify. Hopefully they attack here, get a bit greedy, so I can swing back without exerting. And kaboom, or bzit. Maybe I should rather say that. Glory Bound Initiate is just insane in the aggro mirror. It's just awful. The card is great, and I think it will see more plays in Constructed pretty soon. Ooh, cool combo. Vizier of Remedies, Crocodile of the Crossing. Whoa! Yeah, this indicates Jerry's Resolve. Yeah, they have Jerry's Resolve in hand, otherwise this stack doesn't make sense. The problem is that even if I go Uncrop Crasher, make the Crocodile unable to block, they can untap Vizier and eat my Crasher. I don't think their attack, given the life point and everything, makes any sense if they don't have Jerry's Resolve. So It's like 100% they have that. Now, how do I play the best around that? I mean, at some point I will get to use it. We want to exert Gust Walker, for sure. Now we could exert Initiate, but they get to eat it, and we don't gain 4, which is kind of meh. Let's imagine we go Uncrop Crasher, make the Crocodile unable to block, exert everything. They untap Vizier, eat my Crasher, take 7 down to 3. And we go up to 23. I mean, the thing is, I want to make them use their trick. I don't really feel good about just attacking with Gust Walker and playing Initiate. This doesn't sound very appealing. Because keeping 1 mana up is so easy at this point that I'm not gonna, I cannot really expect them to not have it in the near future. This is a very interesting spot. They could be bluffing, but like I don't think you bluff when you're at 10 and I'm at almost 30, and your attack is completely awful unless you specifically have that one card. Damn. We could just make the attack exert with 2 creatures. They eat the Initiate. Not a ton we can do about that. And then we play the second Initiate. They go down to 7. And next turn, unfortunately, they're at 7. So Initiate plus Crasher, not gonna be able to kill them. And Crocodile is this amount of pressure. This is close. I guess we don't have to actually exert the Gust Walker. Because the card they will want to eat is going to be the Glorybound Initiate. And since their creature don't take any damage, they are eating something anyways. Yeah, I guess this makes a decent amount of sense, I think. So we exert that. We don't exert that. They will untap Crocodile, eat the Initiate, take 2 down to 8. Then we play Unwavering Initiate, and next turn we have lethal unless they have 2 blockers. Yeah, as expected. I mean, they could block Gust Walker here, but I kind of doubt they want to do that. Because they really want to get rid of that, and they don't really want to give me 4 more life. And now we actually have lethal next turn, unless they leave up 2 blocker. I think they want to attack with Crocodile. We'll see. I mean, it took a little bit of time, but I think we kind of reached the conclusion that there was no good way to play around Jury's Resolve. However, not exerting the Gust Walker was the better option. The funny thing is that if you don't actually play around Resolve, and you don't know they have it, and you just don't care, you probably end up making the same attack. So, it's kind of a lot of thought for not match in the end, which is a little bit funny, I guess. Yeah, now they have 2 blockers most likely, so I don't really know actually how you're winning. Because the Crocodile is gonna kill us fairly quickly. Let's imagine they play a Colossopede, for example. I play Crasher, make it unable to block attack with everything. Exert Gust Walker. Gideon of the Trial. Ugh. I mean, we're probably gonna get to kill that. And Vitalist. Not anymore, I guess. Well, I guess they must jump block if they want to save their Gideon, so there is that. That's pretty good, though. And that's probably gonna buy them enough time where they can win with Crocodile, unfortunately. Binding Mummy. That doesn't do a whole lot. There's no point in, not attacking Gideon and trying to finish them before they can. If we do that, they can just make an emblem. So unless we have lethal right away, which we don't, it doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, I guess we go Crasher. Make the Vizier unable to block. And force them to chump block. You have one card left in hand. Sure. Yeah. Gideon is a big problem here. I don't think we will be big. I mean, it depends. If they have a couple lands in hand, maybe we have a shot, but it's gonna be tough otherwise. They can just make my Guestwalker unable to attack Gideon. I mean, unable to deal damage, and then I have no good attack, basically. Unless I draw a zombie, but I don't think I have any zombie. I mean, I have my exert creatures, but obviously they will not be zombie right away. And we don't have a lot of removal in this deck. If they attack with Crocodile, I could double block. I'm not thrilled about that, though. I'm probably not gonna double block yet. But if they attack with Crocodile, it's very bad news. It means they have more blockers, and it means we are in a lot of trouble, I believe. Insult Injury would be good. I guess the card is kind of always good, so there is that. They're thinking. Yep, makes sense. Drop another blocker and just pass. Thing is, yeah, we are not really getting through these defenses anytime soon, and at some point they can start, starting to attack again. That's not bad, actually. So we can fling the initiate. To Gideon, then next turn we can get it back, tap something with Mummy, make something unable to block, and then we are, back on track to maybe kill them or at least apply pressure. Just gonna attack first, I guess they are not even trying to think. Yes, please. The thing is, they can attack for quite a lot here. On the other hand, we have lethal on board. We have 8 damage. They need 2 blockers. So they cannot really attack unless they have lethal too, and they don't have lethal on board. They might not see the Unwavering Initiate Mummy coming, but it seems unlikely that they don't see that. Okay, well, we'll take 5, and if they don't have another blocker, they die, but... Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, no, the cards that kill us is Synchronized Strike If they have it, we die. But if they have strike, we cannot win the race anyway, and they can untap to block. If they have strike, we cannot win this game, so I'm not going to play around it. This is as simple as it can get. And if they just have another blocker, they lose. Maybe they forgot about that, or they could have something like impeccable timing or another Cherry's resolve. The question now is, can we play around stuff really at this stage of the game, or should we just try to go for the kill? If we fail here, we die. I mean, there's no comeback. I mean, the fact that they attack indicate that, if they are, if my opponent is a good player, they should know about that. And they probably have something, but we don't know how good they are. And if we just stand here and don't do anything, I'm not sure that we're really getting anywhere. Manticore is also lethal, I guess, but playing Manticore or flashing back initiate doesn't change match. In both cases, if I want to kill them, I have to attack with everything. I could play Manticore, put them down to 5 and pass. That's an option. Then the Brawler doesn't untap. They don't really have any great attack. And we can still go for lethal afterwards. We can tap the Crocodile. I mean, they could draw something that gets them out of that. Alright, so I have no idea if my opponent is holding a trick right now, is bluffing, or just did not think about the initiate interaction with Binding Mummy. Or did just not make the math. Kinda wanna go for the kill now because I don't really want them to draw something. Not entirely sure about this play. It might be a bit too aggro and too greedy. But I kind of felt like, they just messed up and did not have the trick. I don't know how, but I kind of felt this way. Might have been wrong, though, I mean. This matchup might be tough. They have some very good cards, and Gideon is a pain in the ass. We got game 1 though, which is nice. I think I kinda like impeccable timing on the draw against them, and Fling is not looking very good. Fling against another aggressive deck, not exactly where you want to be. I haven't seen any artifacts. Sparring Mummy is actually surprisingly good against other aggressive deck when you are racing. I kinda like the 1-drop actually. Bloodless Inciter can pretty much put you back on the play even if you are on the draw. It's a pretty bad draw later on though. I think we are still slightly more aggressive than they are most of the time. Feels wrong to cut an Elite Four Mummy on the draw. I mean, no, I think we are just submitting that. Sometimes I like to cut a land when I'm on the draw, but when I'm already playing 16 land, no. I'll keep my... I don't really want to go down to 15. I have a couple 5-drops too. I don't mind drawing a land here. That game was super interesting. That last game. A lot of trick, a lot of choice, a lot of interesting interaction. Things we might wanted to play around or not. Like the synchronized strike, like at some point you might not want to play around the card because you just cannot beat it, and this was clearly a case of us never beating a synchronized strike ever. So I think it made sense to just, take the damage. I'm gonna attack first in case they have something. They could have bouncing cheetah, I guess. I would be fine trading. They could have Vizier of Deferment. Kind of feel like something is gonna happen and step here. Feels weird, like if they kept it's like, yeah, that's fine. So they kept a hand with nothing until turn 4 against an aggressive deck. That's, I don't know, that's ballsy, I guess. Gideon of the Trials. Oh, Handcraft Champion. Never mind. I'll play the Elite. Next turn we can go True Heart Twin, attack, exert Elite, attack for 4 in the air, 5, 3 Vigilance, and a 4, 3. That's pretty good. Or we can just go to bed. That's another option. Do I double block here? I don't think I would have, but they did not attack, so guess we don't have to find out. Play Twins here. Yeah, actually, could play Initiate and Sure Shot, because if this attack and exert, it's still gonna boost everything next turn when I play Twin. Yeah. It's kinda close. Both plays make sense. We got a little bit more things on the board though. I mean, here they might just play a skilled Behemoth and then we're just not gonna attack ever. Well, they have at least one spell in hand because you cannot fake waiting to pay costs. A Crocodile of the Crossing, sure. And an attack, right? Yeah, you got me. Insult injury? Oh my god. Well, if they have nothing here, they I don't think they die. Well, maybe they do. That card is bonkers. I'm not gonna think twice. I am not gonna think twice here. Yeah, no, I'd rather exert. Okay, no impeccable timing. Take 14. And I go up to 23. That card is messed up. And if I had not top decked that, I would have gone True Heart Twins, attack with this and that. I'll probably trade that for their champion, and maybe that for their Vizier, and that would have been fine, but the hell. The hell. Alright, that was round 2. Hope you folks enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you for the final.